Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Houston Inside Out. I am your host, James J. And today we are talking about locking in your interest rate. It's not as easy as it sounds. And it's definitely one of those things that is super important because it could cost you a lot of money if you don't lock at what I would say will be an appropriate time. But definitely something to talk about because we're getting into the heat of buying and selling season in the real estate industry, and a lot of people are going to be looking at locking in interest rates. And so we're going to talk a little bit about locking in interest rates and why it's important, how lenders go about doing it, and answer any questions that you may have about it. So basically all that an interest rate lock is, it's just really an agreement between the borrower and the lender. So it's an agreement between the borrower and the lender that actually allows the borrower to lock in the interest rate on a mortgage over a specified time period, right? At that interest rate of today's market. Now, there's a little bit more to the story, but in essence, we're locking in the rate today. Typically, you're going to need to close within 30 days. There are ways to get that lock longer, but a lot of times you're going to have to pay the lender to lock it for a longer period of time. So offering an actual rate lock costs the lender money when that happens. So what happens is by committing funds to lend to you, the lender is unable to use them for anything else until your loan actually closes, right? So your lender is actually committing to you. This is the rate. This is the loan amount and so forth. And so it gets locked in. So in other words, basically that money that's money that isn't making money right at that moment. That's what happens. That money gets locked up. Lender can't use it to do anything else with. And so many lenders are hesitant to do this until they are reasonably sure that the mortgage you are applying for is going to go through. So yes, you can lock it up for longer than 30 days, but again, typically it's going to come with a fee. Now, some things that could actually happen to stop the home purchase process include many that are actually not your making or outside of your control as the borrower. These may be some unforeseen and may include significant issues with the property you want to buy. So sometimes things just pop up on a property that you're just not aware of. Sometimes there's things that happen between you and maybe a seller that you're not aware of. And now you, for one reason or another, maybe you're not able to get that home now. So the question then becomes like, when should you lock in your mortgage rate? Well, the truth is this: nobody really knows, like including your lender, what the rates are going to do day to day. Nobody knows. As is the case with like stockbrokers, for example, who watch the market and advise their clients on buying and selling. I mean, it's just not a crystal ball when it comes to locking in an interest rate. Not one at all. So the answer is that at some point, probably close to the day of closing, you or your lender will need to make an educated guess, then do it. So ultimately, it's the buyer's decision when to lock. Your loan officer should be advising you on just some history as far as what rates have done. And typically the loan officer may say, hey, you know what, I think it might be a good time for you to lock. Rates are down from yesterday or they're down from last week. But just know ultimately it is the buyer's responsibility to lock the interest rate. And the loan officer is there to help with advising if needed. But it is your responsibility as a borrower to lock in that interest rate once you are ready to go. So if you have questions, guys, reach out to us, myhoustoninsideout.com. That is myhoustoninsideout.com. We can help you with the pre-approval. If you're looking for a home, we can help you find a home as well. So if you are listening to this on Spotify, iTunes, please go over to YouTube, subscribe there. If you're watching on YouTube, guys, please check out Spotify, iTunes, all the podcasting platforms, and subscribe for us there. And I will catch you guys on the next episode of Houston Inside Out. You guys have a great one.